Oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we back with another one. Culturalist Theory to put out some fire, man. Let's give it up for him. The ultimate ranking of Death Row Records albums. Now, obviously, number one is a tough one because Death Row Records. I don't have my Death Row hoodie on. I should have my Death Row hoodie on for this one. But this weather bipolar as fuck. It was just 80 degrees yesterday. It was just 80 degrees yesterday, my nigga. And now it's 40 fucking degrees. It's cold as hell here. I gotta turn. Matter of fact, let me turn my damn heater. I don't even know why I'm sitting up here freezing myself. It's 40 fucking degrees. It was just 80 yesterday, dog. What the fuck? The fuck going on, cuz? The fuck going on with this weather, man?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This shit is not cool, bruh. The weather need to make that goddamn mind up. Do you want to be hot or cold, man? This shit getting on my nerves, cuz. It's hot. It's cold as hell. It's 45 degrees outside right now, bro. But anyways, though, without further ado, man, let's get right into it, man. Death Row Records, man, it's tough to say who's number one. You got Tupac, All Eyes on Me. You got Doggy Style by Snoop, and then you also have Dr. Dre's The Chronic. That's a tough top three right there. That's a tough top three. I know everybody gonna say Don Illuminati, the Seventh Day Theory should also be in there. I don't know. It's a fire ass album, but is it really? I listen, bro. I get that a lot of Tupac fans say that album is way more better than All Eyes on Me, but I just don't see it, bro. All Eyes on Me is a fucking banger, bro. I can't unsee it. It's too many bangers on All Eyes on Me. It's just too many bangers. I get that Tupac and the substance and how, and there's more substance and there's more purpose to the Don Illuminati album. But let's be real. Is it really better? Are we really putting that up? I'm not. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I cannot put Don Illuminati 7 Day Theory up above All Eyes on Me. I can't do it. I can't do it. All Eyes on Me is in a league of its fucking own. That album went diamond. That album is diamond. So I'm giving it the edge just because of that. So we have our top three. Obviously, we got to do the honorable mentions. Obviously, the Dog Pound, Dog Food album. What else? We got the. I'm trying to think who else put an album out. Lady of Rage, but her album came out way too fucking late. There was a Death Row Christmas album. There was a soundtrack to Murder Was the Case. Yeah. And then also there's a lot of Tupac posthumous albums, but we ain't gonna get into that. Without further ado, man, let's just get right into it, though. We wasted like damn near 5 minutes just talking about this, and we're not even in the video yet. Let's get to the video. You know this is about to be an hour long, man, so go get your popcorn. Go get your popcorn, because you know this is going to be an hour long.
Arguably the most infamous label in hip-hop history. We're checking in from Dre's 92 debut all the way up to Kurupt's
rough tough for my Afro props. Hey, rack on with your bad self.
We do have our own pop ranking, though, so be sure to check that out after this.
We already did that one.
With our previous label rankings, this
list should go look at soundtracks,
though.
Now, I already did Pac album rankings.
Nate Dogg's project dropped on Death Row, then was pulled a week later due to legal reasons, so you won't see that here either. Now, if you agree with the list, let YouTube know by hitting that like button. If you rocking with the channel, let us know by hitting subscribe. And if you want more content like this in the future, sounds like that super thanks button got your name on it. With that out the way, let's get to it. Number 11, Kurupt Against the Grain. 7 years removed from any studio releases, with hype around the label almost non-existent, Death Row in 05 was more like a hospice stay. No longer commanding critical or commercial attention, Against the Grain might sport Kurupt's moniker and the regional acclaim he built prior to its release, but it doesn't pack the same punch as his only other release on the label, Dog Food. Yeah, we know that's technically the Dog Pound release, but you get the point. Serving as the rapper's 4th solo album, we still don't know what brought the Philly native back after parting ways with the company toward the end of '97. We do know that the reunion sparked its own feud with former label mates like Snoop, Superfly, and partner in crime Daz Dillinger. Officially the label's last release during its initial run, we can understand why the finished product would have ruffled a lot of feathers. Executive production from Suge and features from artists like Val C, Potion, MOP, and Eastwood did nothing to revive the West Coast depleted hip-hop scene. The rapping was alright, same with the production. We know songs like Speak On It, I'm Back, and The Past helped the album peak at number 60 on the Billboard 200, but with the exception of some posthumous Pac vocals coming nearly 10 years after his death, nothing about this album caught our ear nearly 20 years after its release. While Death Row's storied and illustrious history is inseparable from some of hip-hop's most brilliant moments, this album shines a light not only on some of the label's weaker recordings, but on its alarmingly top-heavy stature. Number 10, the Gridlock soundtrack. Debuting atop the Billboard.
I ain't know we was I ain't know we was including soundtracks. I ain't know we was including soundtracks though. I ain't know we was including soundtracks. Y'all gotta be more specific, culturalist theory. I ain't know we was adding soundtracks, because if that's the case, top five, Above the Rim has got to be in the top 5. Above the Rim soundtrack got to be in the top 5. That is the greatest hip hop soundtrack to a movie ever. Ever. I don't care what anybody says. Above the Rim soundtrack is the greatest hip hop movie soundtrack to ever fucking exist. Hands down, it's not even up for debate. I don't want to hear it. Don't give me no Friday. Don't give me no Boys in the Hood. Don't give me no Menace to Society. Don't even give me Space Jam. And Space Jam was a good one. Everybody sleep on Space Jam. Stop with the R. Kelly shit, okay? We get it. R. Kelly did wrong. R. Kelly did bad. Bad R. Kelly. He in jail, okay? He in jail. But let's not act like Space Jam didn't have a fire-ass album, okay? But if we include soundtracks, my nigga, Above the Rim has to be in the top 5 on this list. It's not even up for debate, bro. It has to be.
Albums charts, Gridlock found itself in such uncharted territory that Snoop had to shoot the music video for the lead single Wanted Dead or Alive solo, as Pac would only be seen in archival footage. Worth noting, after a juggernaut of a commercial run, including 8 studio and soundtrack albums to go multi-platinum, Gridlock would be the first Death Row release that failed to do so. Wanted Dead or Alive, Never Had a Friend Like Me, and It's Over Now were honestly too good to be stuck on a project that, for lack of a better word, underwhelmed. as critics and consumers were quick to assign blame when something doesn't go as planned. We could blame the executives who still greenlit the movie and soundtrack despite Pac not being around to see either completed. We could blame some of the artists on the project who quite frankly gave lackluster performances. We could even blame ourselves for having expectations for the two in the first place. But all good things really must come to an end. With no Pac, no Dre, and little to no Snoop fine-tuning the final product, Gridlocked is an example of the perils of greed and and the short-sightedness that comes with it. Ultimately, we feel a lot of the dilution of Pac's memory and legacy comes from the fact that he put out more music posthumously than he did while he was alive. Number 9, the gang-related soundtrack. An album cover starring James Belushi and Tupac, the nationwide breakthrough of Tech N9ne, and Kool and the Gang playing the backseat to Jay Flex. While any of the factors mentioned above could be evidence of why gang-related sits so low on the proverbial totem pole, we've got to ask the question, who thought to roll out a double-disc soundtrack album? What positives can we get out the way? All 4 of the Pac records on the album still bump. That Earth, Wind & Fire flip on Devotion was pretty solid, and the contributions from Nate Dogg and Kurupt didn't disappoint. Negatives? Everything else. Cube on Greed was 4 years removed from putting out serviceable records. The second half of the project is saturated with forgettable performances, but above all else, the soundtrack's runtime eclipsed that of the movie it accompanied. Just putting Pac's face on the cover was good enough for a number 2 debut, losing out the top spot to Janet's Velvet Rope. We know that Pac had a reputation for being a loyal supporter of the artists he surrounded himself with, but with unreleased Pac music becoming nearly as precious as gold, we still don't know why producers were so insistent on putting Outlaws on some of these tracks. While calling the soundtrack the flop would be dismissive of the 2 million albums it would go on to sell, it's clear that the record execs were scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point. More than a year after his passing, Hollywood still managed to squeeze every drop of profitability they could from Pac's cachet of unreleased records. There aren't many cuts we'd actively recommend throwing on the aux, but in addition to the Pac, Kurupt, and Nate Dogg tracks, we found ourselves spinning Hollywood bank robbery an unhealthy amount of times. Number 8, Snoop Doggy Dogg. While Snoop has had an argument for the greatest debut in hip-hop history, those same expectations haunted him when The Dogfather was rolled out 3 years later. The last album to brandish the Snoop Doggy Dogg moniker, all things considered, we have to call this the slump of all sophomore slumps. By the end of '96, Dre had left Death Row in the hands of Suge Knight, who was indicted on racketeering charges. The late great Tupac Shakur had also met an untimely demise just 2 months prior to The Dogfather's release. Can't forget to mention that 7 Day Theory dropped a week prior to Snoop's highly anticipated follow-up. Going from an album solely produced by Dre to an album devoid of his input in the slightest has to be one of the most jolting examples of I built this and I can take it away too that we've ever heard.
I built this shit, me, brick by brick, and I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk.
The album would enjoy strong first week sales of 479,000 copies, which was good enough for a debut atop the charts. That number, however, paled in comparison to Snoop's record-setting 800K copies moved just 3 years prior. It also didn't help that Pac was enjoying more critical and commercial success from Beyond the Grave with an album that was initially intended to be a mixtape. The Dogfather would follow Death Row's trend of multi-platinum records, crossing the mark in February of '97. It would be the last original project to do so on the label, with posthumous Pac records being the only projects audiences were checking for. We don't attribute all of Snoop's success on Doggy Style to Dre. After all, producers like Daz Dillinger, DJ Pooh, and Sam Snead all lay Snoop with some dope production. But did anybody see this album's cover and think, Snoop's about to prove all the haters wrong? There were so many red flags surrounding the album that we were sure it couldn't be as bad as it looked. On the bright side, Dogfather would see the beginning of a lengthy and prosperous working relationship with Charlie Wilson blossom. Unc had vocals on 6 out of 21 songs. We like to believe that after all the contributions Snoop made to Death Row, that he would have been afforded all the creative control he could ask for. But if Suge Knight used his authority as executive producer to get Tina Marie and Too Short on the same album, they need to add an extra 10 years to Dude's sentence. Come to think of it, that sophomore slump list is overdue. Spoiler alert, this will be on it. Number 7, Lady of Rage.
The only thing I say about Lady of Rage, they didn't capitalize when Afro Puffs was popping, bro. When Afro Puffs was popping, they should have pulled the trigger, but they kept hoeing her, bro. They kept hoeing her. They hold her for the dog pound. Then they got Pac. Then they pushed her back for Pac. So it's like, yo. And then when Pac passed away, all of a sudden it's like, oh, get her album out. Get her album out. It's like, yo, it's too late. The buzz has died. She put that song out in what, 93, 94? I rock rough and tough with my Afro Puffs. Hey, rock on with your bad self. Come on, man. Come on, man. It was too little too late, bro. I feel sorry for her because she really had a buzz going for her. They really should have let her her get that off, bro. That's where I feel like Suge started fucking up. He kept pushing the wrong people. Well, no, I can't say he pushed the wrong people because that Dog Pound album was fire. Let's be real. That Dog Pound album was fire. That Dog Pound album was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that Pac album wasn't fire either, but let's be real. Let's be real. They still could have put that album out before they got Pac. They had enough time to put that album out before they got to Pac. They pushed her shit back for Dog Pound and I believe a Christmas album. They pushed her shit back twice. All they had to do was pull the fucking trigger. She was on fire. She was clearly next up from Death Row. Everybody was waiting. Everybody was anticipating. They waited too fucking long, bro. I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for Baby D. Damn, Baby D, they did you dirty. They did Baby D dirty, man. Come on, Chief.
Releasing the last Death Row album distributed through Interscope, The Lady of Rage was an ember in the dying flame that was Death Row Records post Tupac Shakur. Getting major assists from Easy Mo Bee, Daz Dillinger, and DJ
with my Afro puffs.
Death Row's
Hey,
leading
walk
lady
on
infused
with your
necessary
bad
roughness
self.
with lyricism, energy, and creativity that didn't get the love from audiences she deserved. During this era of hip-hop's formation, it was an unspoken rule that every label had to have one woman rocking the mic. More often than not, these women would just be extensions of their male label mates, with everything from subject matter to delivery being heavily influenced. Rage was certainly an exception to this rule. Of course, in a creative setting like a studio, ideas will be exchanged and concepts will be shared from one artist to another.
They did Baby
But
D
unlike
dirty,
some of
man.
her peers at the time, there wasn't an artist you could pull off the Death Row roster and say, she's completely mirrored her game after this person. With the East Coast influences brought by producers like Mo B and Primo, Rage had a unique sound that was desperately needed from a coast that sounded more homogenized than ever. Our main takeaways from the record lie in its lack of replay value and cohesion. She has runs on here where her lyricism and presence on the mic are unparalleled. She also gets some of the best beats from the aforementioned producers that we don't talk about enough. But rarely do the two coincide. On the one hand, with so many different producers in the mix, Necessary Roughness enjoys one of the most versatile soundscapes of 90s gangster rap. On the other hand, with some of these sounds mixing like oil and water, we get the feeling that Rage would have been better off had she just stuck with Easy Mo Bee. West Coast rappers and East Coast producers aren't a pairing we see every day, but when it works, it works. Ask Ice Cube. Number 6, The Dog Pound, Dog Food. The Dog Pound's debut, Dog Food, served as a launch pad for two of West Coast's most underappreciated.
All I know is, if you putting this outside the top 5, all I know is you better put fucking Above the Rim in this video. You can't put Gridlock on here and not put Above the Rim on here. Above the Rim is a Death Row album. Is a Death Row soundtrack. Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, Suge. That's when Suge got that. That's when Suge got on the stage. That's the award that Suge got when he went on stage and said, any artist that want to be an artist and don't want the executive producer to be all in the videos, all on the records, dancing, come Death Row. That's the same. He got, this is Above the Rim is what he got, is what he went on stage for. He went on stage for Above the Rim. That did win an award. That is the most fire soundtrack to a movie ever. And it was owned and produced by Death Row. So it needs to be on this list if you put Dog Pound at number 6. But should we do it though, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, should we do it? I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Just for the one time. For the one time for the hoes, one time for my LA sisters, one time for my LA hoes. Say bitches can't tell the difference. One time for a nigga who knows. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Dog Pound. We gotta do it for the one time, man. We got to, man. We got to.
Welcome. We have been expecting you.
Dog Pound. Are you mother motherfuckers ready.
Let's get it, man.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Some of that shit.
Come on, man.
Fuck with. Dog Pound. For the 9 fever. Know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Put your hands up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Set it off.
Young Dash took the match and the match went out. But it wasn't no more lights in the house. Check it out.
Speaking of honkers, play your game up. Are you with it? I go get it. I bet you love it, baby. I play the daddy and you can play the mama, so
We can get down on the living room floor.
Are you with it? I promise I won't kill it. Put a cat on the loose. What
Should I do? Should I kill it? Yeah.
See, back in the day when we used to play,
You wanted to be with me.
That's right.
now that is so right and natural out there, man, that I can see. I'm sticking in my background, picking up a hole for you to make your move.
But no longer will it be something good. Let's play house. Let's play house.
Let's play house.
Let's play house.
you play the mama, baby. I play
Let's
the
play
daddy.
house.
And I play the daddy. You can play the mama and I'll be the daddy. And I'll be the daddy that runs.
Come on, man.
Dad, come check it out. Nigga, bring the camera, nigga. Tear that ass up. Yeah, you like tear up. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's that shit though. It's that shit though. Nigga, the fuck they say. You got some vibe. Vibe. That bitch got some bomb ass pussy. She got that bomb.
Bitch, you got some bomb ass pussy.
She got that bomb.
Bitch, you got some bomb ass pussy. Oh, the bar's closed. Bitch, you got some bomb ass pussy.
Yeah.
Freaky frog! I took a trip to the other side of the planet. Fucking hoes in Japan didn't understand. Freaky frog! She cool as my witness in the home staff. Blow a side part 1 getting buck wild. With some hoes from the other side of the globe. I mean this bitch pussy so tight it's fitting like a glove. Could be a small piece of puppy love, you see. Hey bitch, you ain't in love with me. Now if I fucked your bitch, would a nigga trip? Did you know your hoes going round blowing niggas' dicks? Now would you trip? Now trip or can I go back to when me and Daz was chillin' in Atlanta? Atlanta was the place to be. See it was bitches and shit. We had a show to go do down at the freak. Then we had a bitch that was all up on our dicks. Cause she knew about the homie and she knew about the clique. I'm corrupt, and that's that nigga Daz. And that's the homie L, so what's poppin' with the ass? That's a bomb ass pussy. Bitch, you got some bomb ass pussy. Bitch, you got bomb ass pussy.
You got that bomb.
You
got some bomb ass pussy.
Oh shit, you got some bomb ass pussy. Don't fuck, I know you got the bomb.
Okay, let's get back to it. I had to play it for the one time. I had to get it out my system, man. I had to get it out my system, man.
Potential upon the album's release, though, we'd understand. Now, don't get us wrong. Death Row in the early mid-90s couldn't miss. But following the momentum of 2 of the greatest albums the genre had heard up until this point, calling this one a step backwards in quality would be an understatement of the decade. Try as they might, Corrupt and Daz aren't Snoop, who would appear on 5 of the album's 17 tracks. Between Snoop's appearances and production clearly influenced by Dre's work on his previous 2 outings, it's a few cuts on Dog Food that give us down-tempo, doggy-style outtake vibes. Daz's production speaks for itself, being one of the few Dre proteges to carve out his own lane. More on that later. With that being said, G-Funk without Dre almost always falls flat, with the Doctor's touch being missed on 1 or 2 crucial joints throughout the album's 17-track run. If you're looking to expand your Death Row Essentials playlist, make sure to check out Let's Play House with Michelle A and Nate Dogg, I Don't Like to Dream About Getting Paid with Nate Dogg, and So Much Style, with the outro housing Corrupt's only producer credits on the project. Although it failed to make waves from a critical standpoint, The album would be a commercial knockout, peaking at number 1 on the Billboard 200 after moving north of 250,000 in its first week, securing its second platinum certification just after New Year's '96. If the producer credits tell us anything, it will be that Dre and the powers that be at Death Row trusted Daz implicitly to bring their vision to life. If the writing credits tell us anything, it's that Snoop might have been too involved with the duo's material. Apparently Dog Food 2 is in the works, with a release date yet to be announced. Can't quite say we're clamoring for another one, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Number 5, the Above the Rim.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you, bruh. Thank you, bruh. Thank you, bruh. I appreciate it, bruh. I appreciate it, bruh. I appreciate it, bruh. I appreciate it, bruh. Thank you. Thank you.
That's why he's everything. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I don't think we need to go through it. Do we need to go through the Above the Rim playlist? Do I need to help y'all understand why this is the greatest soundtrack to a movie ever? Do I need y'all to understand this? Okay, I think I might have to. I might have to. I might have to. I might have to, bro. I might have to. Above the Rim. Now, we already went over Above the Rim soundtrack in the past. I think we did it on like a Prim video. But I need y'all to understand something. This album is too fucking fire not to go back to. Come on, bro. This album is too fucking fire to go. Look what they start off with. Look where they start. They start off on fire. Come on, man. What? They start off on fire, nigga. Come on, man. Y'all still back in the 90s, y'all dance like this shit. They start off on fire, nigga. The album start off with a banger, nigga. Come on, G. The album starts off with a banger. The album starts off with a banger. Come on, man. Shout out to SWV for the one time, dog. Golden Girl Group right here. That's what they need to do. They need. I think that's something we need to do. Golden Girl Groups. We need to do a tier list on that. For real. Girl groups from the 90s and the 2000s, bro. I'm telling you right now, SWV might win that. They just might, bro. They got way too many hits. What is we talking about here? They got H-Town greatest hits on this bitch, man. You can't tell me Suge did not do his thing on this one. You can't tell me Suge did not do his thing on this one. Suge put his foot in this one, bruh. Death Row Records did their thing, bruh. Yeah. But I love. Woo! This that shit! If you don't mind. ass dance moves and shit though. Come on, man. And then they got arguably one of the greatest G-Funk songs to ever exist, man.
Regulate any stealing.
Arguably one of the best songs in the 90s, bro.
But you can't be any geek.
Or at least I say at least top 20. Top 20 best rap songs of the 90s, bro.
Mount up.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Woman G is on the streets,
Trying to consume some skirts for the eve, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G.
Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you
First know what's up with 213.
So I hooked a left on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice,
So I said, let's do
this. I
this.
jumped out the ride.
They said, what's up?
Some brothers pulled some heat, so I said,
I'm stuck.
these girls peeping me, I'm on
Glad to serve.
These looking so hard, they
Straight hit the curve.
want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks.
I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix. I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's
They
next?
got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight down for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown.
I best pull out my strap and lay them busters
they
down.
got guns to my head. I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly. Let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nate.
16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make somebody's turn cold.
Now they dropping and yelling.
It's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate. Come on, man. You can't tell me this is not the greatest album to ever exist, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What is we talking about here, man?
Pour out a little liquor for your homies.
Pour out a little liquor for your homies, nigga.
My nigga Mike Cruz. How you come up, man?
I started young, kicking dust in. From my mama, you couldn't cuss, man. Up the age of 14.
I couldn't fuck with the school life. I was a fool. I played a motherfucker for a tool, man. Tonight I beat it
Whoa,
like a
man.
hustling in the rain, felt no pain cause we drinking. Playing them hoes like manure. First let my nigga fucking, then I fuck, that's how we do it. Two niggas coming up out the hood, living life just as good as we could. But since a bitch can't be trusted, hold 6 to the police, now my niggas busted. The cops whooping on my nigga in jail, trying to get a motherfucker to tell.
Nobody diss my nigga. Damn, I miss my nigga. Pour out a little liquor. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I rock rough and stuff
With my Afro puffs. Rock on with your bad self.
I rock rough and stuff
With my Afro puffs. Rock on with your bad self.
I rock on with my pants off cause it's a must. It's the lady of rage still kicking up dust. So let me loosen up my bra strap. And let me boost it with my raw rap. Cause I'ma break it down to the nitty gritty one time. When it comes to the lyrics I get busy with mine. Busy as a beaver, you best believe her. This grand diva's running shit with the speed of a cheetah. Me the lyrical murderer. I'm serving them like 2 scoops of chocolate. Check out how I rock it. I'm the one that's throwing bolos. You better roll a Rolo to find out I'm the #1 solo. The capital R-A. Now kick it to the G-E. I bring the things to light, but you still can't see me. I flow like the monthly, you can't cramp my style. For those that tried to punk me, here's a parent child. No need to say mo, check the flow. Rage in the back, one smoke, so now you know I rock rough and stuff
With my Afro puffs.
I rock rough and stuff.
With my Afro puffs. Come on,
I couldn't
man.
help but notice your pain. My pain? It runs deep. Share it with me.
Now, apparently, from what I heard, This is not on the CD version of this album. This song was only on the cassette version of this album. So if you got like the cassette version of this album, you would get this song. But if you bought like the CD version of this album, you couldn't get this song on here. I think it was something to do with legal reasons. It has something to do with legal reasons. But the cassette version, you get this song on the album. Other than that, you don't get it. That's weird. I don't know the legal ramifications behind that, but I do remember that if you had the cassette version of this soundtrack, you would get this song. That's weird. They'll never take me alive. I'm getting high with my 4-5.
Don't need suckers time to die, even as a youngster. Causing ruckus on the back of the bus. I was a fool all through high school.
Kicking up dust.
But now I'm labeled as a troublemaker. Who can you blame? Smoking weed help me take away the pain. So I'm hopeless, rolling down the freeway, swerving. Don't worry, I'm about to crash up on the curb, cause my business blurry. Maybe if they tried to understand me, what should I do? I had to feed my fucking family. What else could I do? Or be a thug? I'm slanging with the homies, fuck hanging with them phonies in the club. Got my mind no danger, never been a stranger to homicide. My city's full of gangbangers and drive-bys. Why do we die at an early age? He was so young, but still a victim of the 12 gauge. My memories of a corpse, mind full of sick thoughts, and I ain't going back to court. So fuck what you thought. I'm drinking Hennessy, running from my enemies. Will I let it be 23 and so much pain?
Come on, man. What is we talking about here? This had to be top 5, bruh. This is the greatest soundtrack to a movie ever. I don't care what anybody says. This is the greatest soundtrack to a movie ever. I don't want to hear about them albums with the rock and the R&B and the pop songs on there. We not talking about that. We talking strictly R&B and rap. That's it. I don't want to hear that white people shit. Fuck out of here. This is the greatest soundtrack to a movie ever, in my personal opinion. Fuck out of here with that pop and rock shit, bro. We talking strictly hip hop and R&B. I don't want to hear that white people shit. It's Black History Month. Well, it's the last day of Black History Month, but still, it's Black History Month. Fuck out of here.
March of '94, Above the Rim would be the last movie and subsequent soundtrack released during Tupac's lifetime. When you appreciate the full picture of how prolific he was in this time frame, it really makes you start to question what his potential ceiling was. Back when CDs had time constraints, the cassette version of the soundtrack afforded listeners 3 extra cuts. Initially panned by the Doctor himself, recording engineer Norman Whitfield Jr. had to fight on behalf of Payne, making it into the film's final cut. After listening to the unreleased version on YouTube, we were left scratching our head wondering why Dre would have rejected the clear-cut best song on the soundtrack. Let us know down in the comments, what are some of the wildest stories you heard about songs that almost didn't make the cut? Yo, fun fact, with sales eclipsing over 2.1 million units sold, Above the Rim is the label's best-selling soundtrack album. We know Death Row was primarily associated with its hip-hop material, but Above the Rim would become the 3rd album to top the R&B charts. If it weren't for Heavy D and the Boys Nothing But Love, the album would have stayed atop the charts for 10 consecutive weeks. With cuts like Anything by SWV, Part-Time Lover by H-Town, and Gonna Give It To You by Jewel and Aaron Hall, we're surprised the album didn't get any R&B love from the Grammys. It did, however, walk away with the Soundtrack of the Year award at the '95 Source Awards, one of the most infamous nights in entertainment history.
I'm taping on nobody want to hear, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Did we forget to mention that Above the Rim is the reason we have Regulate by Warren G? No, it's not the Mandela effect. Regulate served as the lead single for the soundtrack before doubling as the lead single for Warren's debut roughly 3 months later. Number 4, Murder Was the Case soundtrack. No, the soundtrack isn't on par with the song that inspired it, but that would be a tall task for anyone to accomplish. In one of the more surreal cases of life imitating art, Snoop would find himself fighting a real-life murder case after metaphorically selling his soul to get out of a fictional account that eerily mirrored the real-life events. The album would accompany an 18-minute film directed by Dre, back when Doggy was still in Snoop's name. Despite the mounting legal issues looming over the rising star, there were still several monumental highlights to result from this project's rollout. With a first-week performance just shy of 330K sales, Murder Was the Case debuted atop the Billboard 200. Unlike a lot of placeholder.
So, are we not including the 7-Day Theory? So we not including that? That's shocking. That's shocking that we're not including the 7-Day Theory in this, because if Murder, Hey, listen, Murder Was the Case at the Game. That's an amazing soundtrack. Once again, I'll probably say that's probably the second best soundtrack ever created. I would go through it. I really don't want to go through it, but it is fire though. Y'all should go give it a listen. I would go through it, but I don't want to. Like, no, bro, do it. You just made us sit through that. Do it again. All right, bro. All right, bro. Murder was the case that they gave me. Alright, so let's go through it. Let's go through it real quick. You already know how it starts off. Starts off with the lead single, okay?
This is Angela Sanders coming to you live from the scene of yet another murder mystery. It seems that entertainer Snoop Doggy Dogg has been murdered. We have no information at this time.
Alright, man. You already know how this goes, man. As I look up in the sky,
my mind starts tripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls. I'm shaking and they breaking,
trying to shake a dough.
Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming.
I stop breathing. Damn, I see demons.
Dear
God, I wonder, can you save me? I came down, my boo boo about to have my baby.
I think it's too late for praying. Hold up, her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying,
bring your lifestyle to me, I'll make it better.
And how long will I live?
Eternal life and forever.
Oh, will I be the G that I was?
Life better than you can imagine or even dreamed of. So relax your soul, let me take control. Close your eyes, my soul.
My eyes are closed. Murder was the case that they gave me. Don't get me wrong, this was a fire. Hey man, I might do this one next because this is a short film too.
Shit, I'm tired as fuck. Come on.
I might do this one next. I might react to this if I can find it on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, I will react to it. But if it's not on YouTube, I'm not reacting to it. Because this is definitely a short film. I think it's like 45 minutes long. So I think this is definitely one I can react to for y'all. I'm still working on 3 6 Mafia.
Hey nigga,
why
you fucking with me?
For those of y'all that know, I'm still working on 3 6 Mafia.
To the mind of a maniac, doomed to be a killer since I came out the nutsack. I'm in a murderous mind state with a heart full of terror. I see the devil in the mirror. Buck, lights out. Cause when I grab my sword off, niggas get hauled off. Barrel 1, touch your motherfucking flesh. Barrel 2, touch your fucking heart at your chest. You see, I'm quick to let the hammer go click. On my Tech 9, so if you try to wreck mine, foolish your bedtime. Feel the blast from the chocolate bomber. Infrared aimed at your head like your name was Sarah Connor. Decapitation, I ain't hesitating to put you in a funeral home with a bullet in your dome. I'm hot like lava. You got a problem? I got a problem solver, and his name is Revolver. It's like a deadly game of freeze tag. I touch you with the 44 mag, and you're frozen inside a body bag. Nobody iller than this graveyard filler, cap pillar. Cause I'm a natural
born killer. Most definitely, but this right here though, this that shit. Ooh! This that shit. What would you do if you could fuck with me? Ironically, this is an Eazy-E diss. Sadly, this is an Eazy-E diss. RP to Eazy-E. RP to Eazy-E. This is an Eazy-E diss. Sadly, but this is a fire ass song though.
Sit back, relax, and have a cool.
Have you ever heard of a slaughter?
I oughta start dipping, sipping on that ST gets me to tripping. I don't slips, I bangs with that mad ass dog pound gang. It's an LPG thing.
Not LBC, I said.
You wanna test
what the
me?
fuck?
Let's see if you'll survive.
What the fuck you mean LBG? You know what I mean. LBC. I said LBG. What the fuck?
withstand the murderous men.
This goddamn world got me saying that shit.
When I cause holocaust from what's written, niggas collapsing when the straps is spitting. Look, this is how it's done, nigga.
1, 2, 3.
I grab my strap, your best run, nigga. I give a fuck, corrupts the kingpin of the clique. Then it was G with the biggest dick.
Shit, a motherfucker better recognize. With the twist of my wrist like OJ, you won't die. I snack on motherfuckers like a bone. Wanna be the shit upon the microphone ever since I was born. Not to ever love a bitch. Learn game after game. That's why we are the best. Motherfuckers be gangster styles minute after minute. But soon as you did it, I smelt the nigga shit.
Now what would you do if you could fuck with me or my crew? But you can't, so don't even think about stepping in the motherfucking house.
What would you do?
If you could fuck with me or my crew?
But you can't, so don't even think about
stepping in the motherfucking house.
Butterfly all day while I steady make my pay every single day in the LBC. Cruising through the east side, me and Lil Sal in the back of a green 6-4 bustin' freestyle.
We gotta do this one though. We gotta do this one. And y'all don't know, this is where this song made its fucking debut. They was dissing everybody on this goddamn soundtrack. That's why this soundtrack's so fire, because everybody was dissing they ops on this soundtrack, bruh.
Now let's get down to business.
Bitches.
Cause it seems like y'all just keep on trying to diss this nigga that you know that's been down for years. I've clowned for years.
Hey, y'all can never fade my peers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
9, 10, 8, you can't win.
Cause all the way around, nigga, I get respect. And you's a nigga that can't even get no props in your set. Drag New Park, you say, huh? Wanna be ripping.
But now it's time to do some set tripping.
So listen close, cause I don't want y'all to miss.
Then I'm about to break it down for this bitch.
Check it, Acacia, Poplar, Maple, Spruce, Cedar, Elm, West Side trees spraying all the fleas. That's from the 3 and 400 block P-Funk ride. So niggas watch your ass at that center divide. Now Aaron Tyler, tell me why you seem so tame when I caught you at the airport.
Shake it like a crap game.
You looked up and you see my niggas coming, and you look like your bitch ass was about to start running. But all I wanted to do was kick a little conversation and see if we can fix this little situation. But when I fucked you up was what you wondered, yeah.
That's probably why you changed your little pager number.
But bitches like you don't grow. You can't even look me in my eye.
Let a loco to the toe.
And calling me skinny.
You's a clown.
I'ma call you Theo cause you weigh
92.3 pounds. Whack ass rapper. Movie script killer. Who don't you know? Quick and steal that nigga.
Cop the psycho.
Why you oughta quit?
Your records don't hit.
And bitches don't jock your shit. You need to stay down, you confident clown.
And get off of the nuts of the niggas with guts.
Because I'm down with the trees. I'm down with Death Row.
I'm down with Black Tone and
I'm down with the
flow. So when we cross paths, and I hope that soon,
I'ma boot your motherfucking ass to the moon.
You need to quit banging under false pretense.
Cause if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Most definitely.
Toppers that we're used to seeing in the streaming era, the album would spend another week at #1 with an additional 197K units its second week before being certified gold. It will cross the million unit mark around December of '94. But to cross the double platinum threshold off the strength of a soundtrack album, yeah, Snoop and Company were hotter than a cup of cocoa on a snow day. But maybe even more impressive, the Grammy nomination for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group, the Dog Pound secured for What Would You Do? Losing Out to You're All I Need by Meth and Mary is about as understandable as it gets. Cube and Dre would bury the hatchet, showing out together on Natural Born Killers. But our personal favorite might just be Who Got Some Gangsta Shit. Despite Suge paying Pac 200 G's for him to record Life So Hard featuring Snoop, the song wouldn't even be used on the official release, instead being added posthumously to Gang Related without the Snoop vocals. All this soundtrack talk got us hyped for the list we're putting together. Top 10 90s and 2000 soundtracks list are on the way. Number 3, Daz Dillinger, Retaliation.
Wait,
Revenge,
what?
Death Row was a shell of its former self by the time Daz got his at-bat. Luckily, Dillinger had been studying Dre behind the boards and Snoop in the booth. Under the tutelage of some of the game's greatest, he made sure to notch...
Okay, let me get this straight. The ultimate ranking of Death Row Records albums. So, no Don Killuminati. I ain't seen The Chronic. I ain't seen Doggy Style. And I ain't seen All Eyes on Me. It's 4 major albums that are not present on this list. I am befuddled right now. What the fuck is going on here? Hey, wait, wrong one. My bad. What the fuck is going on here? Hey, yo, what the fuck is going on here, Culture Theory? What the fuck going on here, dog?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Hey yo, hey yo,
boy, ain't no
hey
way,
yo,
boy.
hey yo, hey yo, hey yo,
boy, ain't
hey
no way, boy.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey
boy, ain't no way,
hey
boy.
yo, hey yo,
boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on here, bro? What is going on here? What is going on here, bro?
Sir, not me.
No.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn! What? Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What the fuck is going on here, man? What is this? You said Death Row record albums. So Chronic is not a Death Row record album? Doggy Style is not a Death Row record album? All Eyes on Me wasn't a Death Row record album? What is going on here? I am confused. I am befuddled. There's been no Tupac album on here yet. I ain't seen a Dre album, and we only got Snoop's Worst album. What the fuck is going on here?
One more illustrious ring in the label's legacy before it take a 7-year hiatus. That nigga Daz was in rare form, floating over hybrid G-Funk production with vintage callbacks to palm trees and lowrider vibes seen in Nothing But a G Thing. Styled after Mark.
I'm not saying this is a bad album. I'm just saying we in the top 3 now. We in the top 3, and the third album, the third best album on here is not a Tupac, Snoop Dogg, or Dr. Dre album. It's a Daz album. Don't get me wrong. This album is fire. But I don't understand. Is Tupac not? You can't not say that Tupac wasn't a Death Row record artist. You cannot take him off this list because of technicalities, bro. Tupac was on Death Row. He wore the Death Row chain. He signed a contract. He got out of jail because of Death Row. What is going on here? I am confused. I am befuddled. I am disturbed. We need to regroup. What is going on here, my guy? What is this? What is going on? I am confused. No. Tupac should be in top 3 with fuck going on, man.
Marvin Gaye's In Our Lifetime, from the artwork to Dillinger's ingenious overhauled sampling, every detail of this album is intentionally crafted. That's what happens when you cut your teeth on the Chronic. After steadily increasing his role on projects like Dre and Snoop's respective debuts, Daz will be handed the keys on the Dog Pound's Dog Food. While Daz and Corrupt would enjoy their own commercial triumphs, we believe Dillinger's work on Pac's All Eyes on Me is what gave him the confidence and ability to execute on this album. Securing more producer credits than Dre will do that for you. History has taught us time and again that the only way to master your craft is to get them shots up in the gym. Well, Daz was automatic on songs like OG, Player Partners, and In California. The project would peak at number 8 on the Billboard 200, signifying the end of a run that spanned roughly 5 years. While the feature load can get a bit heavy, we must acknowledge the difficulty in even attempting to fuse Dre and Snoop's skill sets. But you know how the saying goes, be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Seeing as this album isn't on any DSPs, you'll need to check for it on YouTube, but be sure to revisit it. We've got it in the running for one of the most overshadowed albums to come out of the decade. Number 2, Dr. Dre, The Chronic.
Okay, I'm confused.
His 92 LP had a
I'm
lot
confused.
riding on it. Audiences wanted to see how the virtuoso behind the boards would shine when
Where
the
is
spotlight
Pac?
was on the microphone. The Doctor would then treat his debut like a dissertation, launching the careers of icons such as Snoop, Nate Dogg, Warren G, and the Dog Pound's own Corrupt and Daz Dillinger. Dre's departure from NWA wasn't just a ripple effect, it was a tidal wave. Facilitating G-Funk's popularity on a nationwide scale, The Chronic would effectively become the mold for West Coast classics moving forward. Nothing But a G Thing, Fuck With Dre Day, and Let Me Ride would be just a handful of the album's classics dispersed throughout a track list that can throw its name in the running for the genre's most decorated. With Dre's innovative yet surprisingly polished funk samples, crisp sequencing, and spot-on feature placements, he utilizes every second of the album's 62-minute runtime to perfection. Being referred to by Kanye as hip-hop songs in the key of life, it really is hard to argue against the album's benchmark for production. With that being said, the record falls short of eclipsing our ranking due to Dre's short.
Hey, y'all saw Little Buddy. Y'all saw Little Buddy. Y'all saw what Little Buddy was doing.
Kanye as hip-hop songs in the key of life. It really is hard to argue against the album's benchmark for production. With that being said,
I'm just like Little Buddy. That was me at his age. I ain't got that big ass forehead though, but still, I was just like Little Buddy back then, bro. I saw something I liked, and I just, you know what I'm saying?
Who's a freaky ass nigga?
I'm just like Little Buddy around this time, like.
the record falls short of eclipsing our ranking due to Dre's shortcomings as an MC. We know he wasn't vying for the title of rap's most versatile artist, but had he not laid the groundwork by creating such cohesive and complementary production, we would be forced to re-examine how flat some of his lyrical performances fall on the record. Still universally recognized as one of hip-hop's most influential and impactful releases to date, The Chronic might be the most shocking album in Billboard's history to never top the 200 chart, or to produce a single that topped the Hot 100. The contrast in the album's commercial impact and quality do, however, serve as a silver lining of sorts. After exceptional performances throughout the album, Snoop and Dre would immediately get to work on the label's second release, setting the stage for our #1 album to explode onto the scene like nothing we'd seen before. Number 1, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I'm confused. Where is Pac at?
The argument
The
that
disrespect.
Snoop's 23 debut was forged from the ashes of Dre's seminal West Coast blueprint from a year prior. We would counter by looking at the groundbreaking leap in production, commercial impact, and cultural breadcrumbs that can still be found in today's hip-hop soundscapes. And if we're keeping it a buck, Snoop is at least 3 tiers better as an MC than Dre ever was. When discussing Death Row at their apex, we're quick to look at Pac's prolific trailblazing run. But we guarantee if you were to remove the best artist from every label's history, you're not gonna find a better runner-up than Doggy Style. With Dre behind the boards and Snoop at the peak of his powers, LA would enjoy its most dynamic duo outside of Shaq and Kobe. Celebrated for its unprecedented truth and vivid depiction of LA reeling from the crack epidemic, Doggy Style enjoys critical acclaim in the vein that West Coast rap wouldn't see again until Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. Classic records like Pump Pump, Ain't No Fun, and Murder Was the Case, in addition to fan favorites What's My Name, Lottie Dottie, and Gin and Juice, clearly distinguished Snoop's studio debut as the label's pound-for-pound deepest project to date. That depth would lead to one of hip-hop's most impressive first weeks ever, moving north of 800K copies. In the 30 years since the album's release, Snoop has become one of the genre's best-selling artists, enjoyed one of the best combinations of longevity and recognition, and even headlined a Super Bowl halftime show with Dre. Needless to say, there isn't much left for the Long Beach native to cross off his bucket list. Us, on the other hand, we're trying to manage expectations for the supposed sequel to Doggy Style titled Missionary. With Snoop now in charge of the label, we're reluctantly hopeful that the album doesn't become a pipe dream reminiscent of Detox. Let us know down in the comments if you would even want to hear the record, or should they let sleeping dogs lie? Alright, theorists, that's another one in the books. Hit that like button if you're trying to get your sentence commuted. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out.
Brother, I need explanation here. Okay, let's go back to the beginning real quick, because I'm confused.
What's good, fam? It's your man CJ Williams coming to you live from the station that plays
I just
only
need to
black
know.
hits. That's right, today we're looking at arguably the most infamous label in hip-hop history. We're checking in from Dre's 92 debut all the way up to Corrupt's 05 LP. So none of the revitalized 2020's output and no Pac records. We do have our own Pac ranking though, so be sure to check that out after this one. In keeping with our previous label rankings, this
Okay, so they took the Pac rankings. I wasn't paying attention, okay? I wasn't paying attention in the beginning. That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention in the beginning. But I'm still saying, though. We need to, if we gonna do Death Row, you cannot leave out Pac. I'm just saying. When you do these lists, you cannot leave out Pac. I'm just saying, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me see something real quick. Turn me up in the headphones real quick, my guy. Let me see something real quick before we get the fuck up out of here. Look, Pac is in the goddamn... I hate this shit. Why would you put Pac in the goddamn... Why would you put him in a thumbnail? But you don't put none of his albums on the goddamn... What the fuck is going on here?
Hear me
good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Come on, man. What the fuck is going on
John
here?
in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Come on, man. What is we doing here? You can't do a death row. No, culturalist theory. I can't give y'all that because y'all didn't put the artists on here. You know Pac belongs on this list. And I understand there's a lot of posthumous albums. We don't have to count them. The only posthumous album we can count is Don Illuminati 7th Day Theory. That's the only one we can include because that was Pac. That was Pac at it. He made that while he was alive. Any album that wasn't made while he was alive, we throw them to the side. Okay? We can throw them all to the side. But 7th Day Theory, that has to stay on the list. It has to. I'm not
You got mail.
Shut up. But I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this one. No, I can't, bro. I'm sorry. I can't. I fucking can't.
No, sir. Not me.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
I'm just saying, bro. I can't do it, bro. You can't have a Death Row album ranking. You cannot rank Death Row albums and disinclude Pac because you want to make the other artist shine. That's not how this works. Pac is going to outshine everybody. It's just what it is. That just goes towards his greatness. But anyways, though, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, though, that's just going to about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. RP to Pac. Should keep your head up. Snoop, keep doing you. Dre, off to the side, doing whatever fuck he want to do. Everybody else doing their thing. Death Row was a monster, but leaving Pac out the history just doesn't sit well with my soul. I think anybody that's a Death Row fan would tell you that leaving Pac out is bad. Pac should have been included in this ranking. It's not official. It's not official if you don't include Pac. I'm sorry. Culturalist theory, I'm sorry. But without Pac, this list is invalid. I'm sorry. Your list is invalid. I'm not accepting this list. No. It's not going to be accepted. Now, you included the soundtracks. Including the soundtracks, I got to give... Hey, you my dog for that one. You my dog for that one. I got to give you your props for that one. Dap it up one time. Psych, looking at me. You thought. But anyways, though. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Shout out to Culturalist Theory, man. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Damn, we went an hour in on this video. This is Death Row Records. Of course we was gonna go an hour in, man. But anyways, though, I would have loved to do the Chronic. I would have loved to do Doggy Style, but I lost all interest when Pac wasn't involved with this. So yeah, I lost all interest in this this video. So yeah, I will see you on the next video. Till then, peace out.